in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll try and run this with Austin. They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
First carry for Najee Harris. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we end up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there. You gotta give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his own.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Myles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record, and we're 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally, the short turnaround, are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Pickett now on 1st down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points in the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Pickett finding Claypool. Good for a Pittsburgh first. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Claypool with another catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Now Austin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Touchdown, Browns! His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Forced out to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Off play action, Pickett. Quick slant, finding Claypool.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now Pickett. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll try and run with Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make it 24-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Watson's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Watson going to stay out there. Go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First and 10, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Browns drive about to get started. They sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Pickett sets up play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
No timeout.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Levi Wallace with a pick. And are right back in this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Buying time to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And out across midfield down to the 45. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now, Watson. It's caught by OBJ. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Deshaun Watson sacked. A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that